Hello again and welcome back to another one. And this is a special video today because for those of you who've been with us for a while, back in 2019, nearly 2.5 years ago, after Bang featuring Eminem dropped, we covered a story where Vlad baited Conway in an interview that resulted in him calling Eminem fans a bunch of nerds and stans that don't understand Griselda. Now of course, Conway wasn't directly taking shots at Eminem fans, but in these interviews, like I said back then, you need to watch your words carefully because Vlad capitalized on this for views. And if you saw the video we did on this once again, just like we were right about the whole Snoop Dogg and Eminem squabble, we got this spot on based on a new snippet that surfaced of a song that was reportedly meant for Kanye's Donda album, where Conway addressed this, and just like we predicted, it looks like it put a strain on his relationship with Eminem because those comments fuel the stereotypes that have been affecting Eminem since day one, and we'll explore more on this in a bit. We also have more as Eminem's Super Bowl segment has sparked reactions from the legendary JJ Fad on Twitter. And before we dive into the details, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So following the Super Bowl ad that's open to overwhelmingly positive reviews, the group JJ Fad, who were sampled and shouted out on Eminem's Rap God for their hit song Supersonic that dropped in 1988, took to Twitter to share this. So honored, humbled, and thankful to be paid homage to on the biggest stage in sports. Thank you, Eminem and Dr. Dre. We love y'all. Hashtag Super Bowl 2022. And it's lovely to see what it means when Eminem keeps paying homage to legends in the game. This exchange sums up why this is important. A user says, "I don't get it. Is Eminem using anything from them in that song?" Which got this response. "Yeah, the lyric in Rap God, lyrics coming at you at supersonic speed, JJ Fad," from that song is a reference to their song Supersonic, and something tells me a couple of people are headed to streaming platforms to check out Supersonic that dropped nearly 35 years ago. And the user adds, "That song is a classic, and Eminem always pays respect to the OGs, his peers, and people that came after him." This is funny because the other day I saw on Twitter a big circle jerk of ignoramuses talking about how Eminem copied his whole style from Tretch. They used the word copied, like Eminem has ever made it a secret about those who influenced him. A list that's long, including the likes of LL Cool J and many other legends, and a few informed people hopped on to clown the, in quotes, fun fact. Wow, thank you for sharing this folded hands emoji. I would have never known Eminem was influenced by the man who he's won the t-shirts of albums from, praised in multiple interviews, songs, and shared the music of directly to his fanbase as songs he grew up listening to. When it's other rappers, they respect the word is influence. When it's Eminem, they say copied. Yet Eminem has never sounded like any other rapper from the Slim Shady LP to Music to be Murdered By. Can't say the same for the clones these days, the least versions of autotune Lil Wayne. Moving on to the next point at hand, it took nearly 2.5 years, but Conway has addressed the controversy thanks to a snippet on IG when in a Vlad interview, he called Eminem fans a bunch of nerds and stans that don't understand Griselda. When that's literally the whole point of getting signed to a major label, you get new exposure. And back then, it sparked reactions like, "I didn't like what he had to say because you're signed to Eminem, but you start calling his fans bunch of nerds and stans. That's disrespectful." And now in the new snippet, he raps, "Speaking of shady, man, after my interview I did with Vlad, I felt awful, but I learned you gotta watch what you say in interviews, it could cost you. I could say that my relationship better with Ye than with Marshall, but I still ain't got nothing bad to ever say about Marshall. Just keeping it funky, I'm thankful for Marshall. Man, I'm thankful for Tracy and Paul too." Now, I'm not claiming it, but it may be that Conway actually saw my video on this. I broke down the levels to this back in 2019, and Conway's lyrics are like word for word in some parts like in that video, and this was a reaction under that in 2019. Conway should watch this as a career advice, also Vlad should be boycott, and now Conway literally said that he learned from that situation to watch what you say in interviews and that it could cost you. And I remember he was getting praised by Eminem haters for being in quotes honest by generalizing Eminem's fanbase, and shout out to Conway for addressing this. turns out once again the detractors were wrong, just like detractors were wrong about the Snoop and Eminem squabble. This is quite fascinating. Detractors put logic to the side and just seem to support anything that paints Eminem and his fan base in a bad light and defend whoever's doing it. That's until the original source comes out and admit that they were wrong, and then it's crickets from them. But that will be all for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.